Foley sound, highly overlooked, in particular when first starting, and even once you start to realize that it's something you want to implement in your videos, it's extremely time consuming. Do you know what Foley sound is? It is when you're adding sound to the scene in your video to make it sound real. So you're adding in like people walking, you're adding in breathing sounds, you're adding in ambience of room tone, opening doors, things falling in the background, you name it. And when you don't have it, the scene feels extremely sterile. And absolutely, it is a whole skill unto itself to be a Foley sound designer. People get paid very well to do it, and I am no expert. However, the reason I bring all this up is I have found, I think is it the ultimate program? I don't know, I don't know how any any editor wouldn't want to have this program in their arsenal, and it is called Soundly. And I have no affiliation with this company whatsoever. I've been using it for the last year. Normally I would think about doing Foley design, and I'm like, oh God, it's gonna take forever, and it does take a while, if you want to get really, really detailed with it. But the difference in how good I can do Foley before and after this program is just, it's not even comparable. So I want to give you a demonstration real quick of how I used it, the most I've ever used it, in the little short film that I recently made called Are We There Yet? But you'll see almost all the sounds, 95% of them are Foley.
In a world where nuclear war has begun, vampires fought back in super real 3D.
Soundly. It is free to an extent. You can use it. I used it for free for a couple of weeks, and then I was like, this is too good to not go ahead and get. The membership is $15 a month. I'll just say that up front. However, man, just check out what it can do for a second, and then the next time you're editing sound design, just think about how you could be using this, and you will quickly, if you can afford it, you're gonna sign up for the program. I don't know how you couldn't. It's amazing. So I've got a project open here. I've got the project open here. You can see all the layers of audio I ended up doing. All of this, the first layer is me talking. The second layer is mostly the song that I used. It's some other songs too, some of which are droning sounds I found on Soundly. And then below that, all this other stuff throughout here, throughout this 9.5 minute short film, that's all fake sound. Maybe I think there's 5 or 6 clips somewhere among all that are camera audio. And that's about it. And even when I used camera audio, I still added all kinds of things to it. Maybe 10 to 15 sound clips sitting among all that. This is Soundly, okay? I'm gonna just minimize this as well, just so we can clearly see. This is Soundly, and you're like, okay, what does it do? I don't wanna get into a DAW system, digital audio workstation, and all that. I try to do everything in Premiere, whatever. Even if you do use a DAW, you want to use this. So let's say you wanted to have footsteps, right? Common, right? And you just type in the search bar, footsteps. Look, it's already going to bring up stuff. And it even brings up footsteps concrete, footsteps wood, footsteps grass. Let's just go with footsteps. And you're going to get this myriad of options. So it is a search engine for both your sounds that you have, because you can plant your folders into this like I've done here. I have a local folder with a lot of sounds that I had, which were a nightmare to go through one by one and queuing up each one and trying to hear, and then importing 5 at a time and testing them out in the project. Nightmare. Just, you're not gonna test out as many ideas as being able to do this. With this, it queues it up immediately. It plays right here, so we'll just check out, watch how fast this is. Okay, I'm gonna try out a different one. Look how quick this is. Okay, cool, so we got all that. Let's say we wanted to do waterfalls. I went from footsteps and I want it to be in the waterfall. I'll go with the waterfall. Got waterfall, waterfall large. Let's try waterfall. Here's ambience waterfall exterior. Nice. I want a bigger waterfall. That's loud. All right, yeah, I want it to be really dramatic like that. Whatever it is. Now, I put in my local folders, But on top of that, there's a huge sound library in the cloud that it's researching. You can buy other sound packs too. I have not bought a single other sound pack than just using the bare bones $15 a month cloud of sounds. It's kind of cool. Quick search engine. But how do you do the sounds? How do you get the sounds in? I still gotta, this is what's so genius about it. Follow me. Follow me on this journey, man. This is too freaking cool. All right, I'm gonna open up Premiere. All I gotta do is if I want the sound, I just need to have my Soundly window open, and let's say that I just want, let's go to, you know what, let's do something specific for a second. Let's just do jumping. Let's just jump. I mean, what does a jump sound like, right? So it's gonna bring, I accidentally did jump scare. So let's try jump scare. We got ghost scream, jump scare sound. Oh, a little jump scare sound effect. Jump scare sounds. Huh? All right, so let's go back to the jump scare. Ah, that's terrible. How about ghost scare vintage? Okay, I love it. I want to use it in my movie. All you do is click and drag the sound that you want, as much of it as you want. You have this selection done, and then you click on it and you drag down and then release it into your project, and it automatically is in your project. It has created it went to the folder that you created for your project, where it's just gonna put all of your Soundly sounds for your project, and it's there. I'm done. It's already in, and I can try it and see how it sounds. Kind of worked there. Has no bearing on how I wanted my video to be, but that's how quick it is, and you just keep doing this over and over. And if I didn't like it, I can just delete it. I can just delete it and I don't like that one. Let me try a different one. I'll just cue back up Soundly. Maybe I really just want a big note. Well, that's a weird one. Let's go back to gasp. Or horror strings. I like just the middle. I'm gonna grab just the middle. I'm gonna click, drag, release. It's in my project. It's already in an organized folder where I told it to be. And it's in my sound. It's in my sound. It's in my project. And you can see how much does sound matter? Man, it matters. I'm gonna give you a couple of examples of with and without sound on this project. I have my voice muted. My voice was talking during this. It's the day when you plan to feel caught up. Right, so I've got my voice in there. I'm just gonna mute that. All we're listening to right now are sounds that I put in. We can see that I have a foot drag and dirt, foot drag and dirt. I went in, I dialed everything in. I put little volume moves on things. Right, and so even on this, when the guy's walking around, I put in all these footsteps. Right, if we listen to just the footsteps. Now here's the camera audio. All right, this is what it was. I did use the camera audio on this, but it wasn't enough. See, but once we combine it with the footsteps that I put in, it comes together. All this office stuff, this is all totally fake. So check this out. Right, that's all make-believe. There was no audio recorded to that stuff at all. Even the chainsaws and stuff during this is all fake. All these hits are fake. Right, but without it, if I was just talking and there was none of that audio happening, it'd be like this.
Or do you have some goal that you've been chipping away at with a distinct finish line drawn for yourself of when it will be accomplished?
Right? But with it all together,
As a reminder that relief is around the corner. Or do you have some goal that you've been chipping away at with a distinct finish line drawn for yourself of when it will be accomplished? How far away is the day when you plan to feel caught up? Settled.
see, we got like a ticking clock in there, and it's a kitchen timer, and I got ambience of a restaurant. I mean, it's all fake, and it's all because of Soundly. See, all that stuff's building up in the background. All these footsteps are fake. All the hits are fake. All the footsteps are fake. Right, and then here's her footsteps down here. You control the volume, kind of bring the volume up as it gets closer to camera, quieter when it's further away. This jump, you can hear, I put in an effect to just kind of accentuate the jump. Right, and I got those sounds. Right, and that's just a few of them, all the sounds together with the... Right, I've even got the cloth happening. I added in little cloth sounds during the box coming off the shelf, the cloth sounds. See, all that's in there, and it's so much rather than just the audio of me talking.
Far away is the day when you plan to feel caught up, settled, content.
Right, but then you put it together.
How far away is the day when you plan to feel caught up, settled, content?
The healer might bring the rain.
So, and here, I mean, I've got all kinds of rain and sound effects. We could do just the music. The last example I'll show is like if you had just the music, only the music.
The healer might bring the rain. The healer might leave you in a hurricane.
But by going in and just typing in different lightning and thunderstorms and weather, rainstorm, and just, you can just, it brings up a cascade of things in Soundly, and I just put all this together, and then you get it like this.
The healer might bring the rain. The healer might leave you in a hurricane. Oh, but keep breathing on the power.
Right, you get the idea. So Soundly, I mean, to be able to just drag and drop and search for your stuff that fast, I brought up the wrong thing again. This is Soundly. I mean, literally, you know, I'm trying to think of things to just come up with here, but, you know, you could type in drones. You just need droning sound effects and stuff. And then you've got this whole drone library and stuff. Now, did you know, last tip here, as far as sounds, you're like, well, that's cool. How much of that's in your local library? How much of it's in the cloud? I have an okay amount of stuff that I built up in my local library, but most of it you have access to if you have Adobe Premiere, because if you go inside of your cloud and you look for your sound effects, there's 26 gigs of sounds in there. And when you look at it, it's like, that is absolutely overwhelming. What the heck would you do? Like, where do you even start with that? In my case, I just downloaded all of the sounds, all 26.3 gigs of sounds from Adobe, comes with the membership Adobe Cloud, and I put it into my local folder, and now it's all divided up into these individual folders. Not that I even need to look in the specific folders, because now all I have to do is just search, you know? I can just come up with anything. I need a knife. What does a knife sound like? You know, and sometimes you kind of come across stuff you had no intention of coming across. Like, okay, horror, scary, head cut in half with knife slowly. All right. That's pretty good. I mean, it sounds like maybe he's cutting into a watermelon or something, but that's how it's done. I mean, that's real Foley sounds, and it's all there. And if I just keep scrolling down, I mean, a stab knife, flesh pull out. Not bad. I mean, I could you put that in, it's amazing how something will just bring the scene to life. So check out that program if you are interested. Again, it's free. You can do it for a little while. You just get limited on how many folders you can put inside of it, how much space you get for your personal library that you can put inside of it, and you just don't have access to as many sounds. But you can still actually, like, it's still already out of the gate. Just try it for free, and you will, like, you'll be hitting yourself in the face if you are doing the sound with doing your sound design without it, if you've actually tried using this for a second. It's so easy and so intuitive, and there's just like kind of no going back. So be careful in that regard. But once you've tried it, it's amazing, and it just opens the doors on your creativity and you being able to fire off and try out things as you can think of them right away, and stumbling across just the right thing that you didn't even think to put there. And it's just, man, it's an amazing creative tool, so I highly recommend checking that out. Anyway, I hope you guys find that valuable. If you do, give the video a like. That would be super cool. I greatly appreciate it. You don't have to, but man, it really is appreciated. And if you hit the subscribe button, that is fantastic. That's even better, because I do put out videos and tutorials and little tips and this and that and all kinds of stuff on filming, editing, and all that. My name is Ash Von Chamier, and I am the owner of Rough Cut Productions. I'm based in Tallahassee, Florida. I've been doing video production for now, I was saying 17, but it's been 18 years now of doing this stuff, and man, it's so much fun, and the tools just keep getting better. The cameras keep getting better. It's all awesome, super fun. I can't endorse getting into video enough, and I hope to see you around the channel. So take care, guys. Peace.
Movie voice.